Welcome back to my channel. I am so grateful to have each and every single one of you. Today we have a message for all of the Geminis. This is going to be for the month of September. So, if you are new to my channel, welcome to Eileen Into Spirit. My name is Eileen Rouse. I'm a psychic, intuitive, and a spiritual essence coach, and I provide you with guidance, wisdom, and inspiration every other week right here on this channel. I do want to point out that this is going to be a general reading. So it is not going to resonate with every single Gemini out in the collective. So I ask that you take with you what resonates and leave the rest behind. Without further ado, Gemini, let's go ahead and dive right into your monthly message. All right, Gemini, you know the drill. This is going to be a 9-card draw, so let's go ahead and get shuffling. So as you know, the first card represents where you currently are this month, for the month of September. So let's see. All right. So you are starting out at the star. So I feel like this is really saying here, Gemini, that a lot of you are really working on things that you are trying to bring into fruition. Maybe some of you are actually doing some healing work. The one thing about the star is that you guys are very hopeful. You're very inspired. You are keeping the faith. So I feel like a lot of you Geminis are really just hopeful for maybe a positive outcome, maybe about a relationship. It could be about your career, whatever it is. Spirit is just really wanting you to know that they are listening to everything that you are asking, everything that you are saying. Keep the faith. Continue to inspire and motivate others, and don't lose hope. Now, your theme for this month is the 5 of Wands. And what this actually, what it looks like to me here at this point here, Gemini, is that some of you, or all of you maybe perhaps, are really in this phase of your life where you're sort of having to learn new things. You're aspiring for maybe something that's new, something you might have hoped for, you might have wished for. And it sort of feels like there might be a little bit of inner conflict going on. Maybe this is internally. This could be conflict outside of you. Maybe there are some other individuals that are trying to achieve the same thing, and all of you are sort of, your energies are sort of fighting each other. And the one thing about the 5 of Wands, because I can see it 2 different ways, especially in this deck, I look at it more as this internal conflict that you have about your own struggles in relation to achieving a specific goal or achieving a specific task. And I feel that this month, the important thing for you, Gemini, is going to be to sort of tune into your passion, tune into your desires, allow it to sort of guide you towards the next step and the next step. Don't be afraid to ask for help. That I feel that's the important thing, because understand that sometimes when you work with other individuals, it allows you to sort of expand your awareness or your consciousness. You tend to learn more, and you might actually transition a lot quicker. So keep that in mind. Now, ooh, this is interesting. You got 2 cards here for your accomplishment. Okay, so you have the Magician with the 9 of Cups. Now, here's what I want to say about this. The Magician really speaks about utilizing your skills and your talents, your resources, right? The things that you are absolutely good at. Those things that you are absolutely good at are going to be what helps you create this goal or this new life that you are trying to build. Maybe it's a legacy or it's a business, whatever it might be here, Gemini. But here's the thing. Sometimes with the Magician, I can see this as a type of energy that is constantly trying to work, right? You're constantly trying new things. You're constantly reinventing the wheel because you're wanting to find the right thing that leads you towards the right, success or the right path or whatever it might be. And you utilize those resources, and I feel like because okay, so what I'm hearing is that maybe some of you, okay, maybe some of you are really trying to learn new skills, learn new tasks, because you feel that you need them in order for you to be successful in whatever avenue you're going on. And you don't really like having to learn this. Like, this isn't something that makes you really happy. This Nine of Cups is ultimately a wish fulfillment, right? It's about bringing you ultimate joy and bliss here. So what Spirit is really saying here on what you're accomplishing is, you know, whatever skills and talents that you naturally have, whatever resources that you naturally have, without having to put forth, you know, go the extra mile for it, those are the things that you should be focusing on to help you achieve this bliss and this joy and this success, right? Because this is ultimately it's what's going to help you fulfill this wish or this desire that you currently have. So don't make it more complicated than what it really is. Okay, that's ultimately what it's saying here. Now, what do you need to avoid here, Gemini? Okay, now you have the Page of Swords here as what you're avoiding. And I feel that this is, again, because I picked up with the Magician, learning new skills and talents that you aren't particularly happy about, or you're not psyched about, or you're not excited about it. I feel this is what you're needing to avoid, right? Don't get all up in your head about needing to incorporate new things in order for you to be successful, okay? Because I feel like that's only going to hinder your progress. It's not going to help your progress. The other thing with the Page of Swords I feel that you need to avoid is understanding that there are always going to be other individuals that are going to give you unsolicited advice on how best to accomplish whatever it is you're trying to achieve. And there's a reason why I call it unsolicited advice, because these are individuals that are always going to put their 2 cents in, regardless of whether you've asked them for their input or not. And sometimes you don't need to listen to that. Utilize your own intellect and your own experience, okay? That is what you're really needing to focus on. So avoid the unsolicited advice that you might receive, and avoid trying to learn new things right now, because you're really needing to use your natural skills, talents, and abilities. Now, what do you need to embrace this month, Gemini? What do you need to embrace this month? What do you need to embrace? Okay, you have the 5 of Swords. Now, I feel that what you're needing to embrace here is the lessons from the past, okay? Understand that you might have experienced a setback or a disappointment of some kind if you have tried to do this particular, like if you've tried to start a business, or if you've tried, you know, building a legacy and something didn't work out. Someone took advantage of you. Someone, you know, tried to sort of deceive you in some way, and it left you feeling very disappointed, right? Because that other individual won at all costs, right? Like, for them, it was all about a win. It was all about getting one up on you instead of truly focusing on the task at hand, right? What you're needing to embrace here is understand that every experience, every disappointment, every setback taught you something. Focus on the lesson. Understand that the lesson actually gave you the experience that you needed and the intelligence and the wisdom to know what path not to venture upon, you know, what not to do, right? So this is what you're needing to embrace here. Now, what is the obstacle this month here, Gemini? What is the obstacle? What obstacle are you going to face? Ooh, okay, change. So your obstacle is represented by the Tower here. So to me, the Tower truly represents sudden change, right? I feel a lot of times even though it's considered sudden change, I don't really feel that we get blindsided by change. I feel a lot of times we are aware that there is change coming down the pipeline. We just choose not to focus on it. We choose not to be aware of it. One thing I want to tell you, whatever falls apart in the moment that you're trying to create something, or you're trying to build this legacy, you're trying to move into this new career, or whatever it is you're trying to achieve here, Gemini, I want you to understand that whatever falls away is falling away because it's not going to serve you for your highest good. And it's not a part of your foundation, right? I feel like a lot of times when change happens, we sort of fall into this victimhood mentality where we sort of focus on, why me? Why did this happen? Instead of really truly seeing the light at the end of the tunnel through the midst of everything that's being, thrown at you or that's chaotic in the mix. So understand that, whatever is thrown at you, whatever change comes down the pipeline for you in this month, I want you to sort of learn to see the light, right? See the good in it. Try to see it from the perspective of how was that thing that's falling away or that's, no longer there for you. What is it teaching you? And how does it not fit into your foundation, to your vision, right, for the future? Okay. Now, what is your support here, Gemini? What is your support this month? Ooh, that one wanted to come out, apparently. Okay, you have the King of Wands here as your support. Okay, so this means being a leader. I feel ultimately you need to take comfort in knowing that you are the leader of your own life. You have to sort of step out of the shadows and sort of take the lead on your own project. Whatever it is. And I want you to understand that, when I look at this diagonally with this King of Wands, the Five of Swords, the Magician, and the Nine of Cups, because the Five of Swords is the heart of your reading, it's really wanting you to focus on the things that you've learned from previous experiences that have disappointed you, right? Understand that you are the leader. You have to sort of be confident in your own choices, in your own decisions. You have to be confident in the path that you are taking. And it's really wanting you to understand that there is no such thing as failure, okay? The one thing about the King of Wands that I love is that he has this gecko on his shirt. And the gecko represents that the gecko can actually go through fire and never get burned, right? So what this is telling me is that no matter how many disappointments or setbacks you have encountered here, Gemini, you're still here. You're still pushing through. You're still moving forward. And that's the key. So understand that your support is this King of Wands. It is this confident leader energy that is pushing forward and is standing strong because he knows that he's going to be successful no matter what. No matter what he encounters, he's going to be successful. So what is your action this month here, Gemini? All right. Oh, I love this. Your action is the Lovers. What this truly means is this is about being truly centered in your passions, doing what you love, finding the harmony in what you love and doing it, making sure that you're being very clear, making balanced, mature choices in the path that you are moving towards. Understand that, everything that you encounter is still a learning experience. It's still teaching you something. You're still having to learn, different aspects of yourself and who you are and what that means and what your vision looks like. And there's just so many elements. But what I love about the Lovers is that it's a commitment. It is a commitment to your vision, to your path. And this is a commitment to yourself. So I want to point that out here. I'm really seeing that this Lovers is truly representative, Gemini, of you being committed to what you're passionate about, being committed to what makes your heart sing and making sure that you do what is required of you in order for you to be successful here. Now, what is your advice and your encouragement this month here, Gemini? Let's see. What is your advice and your encouragement? Okay. We have the Six of Cups in reverse. Now, this is your advice and your encouragement. So I feel that your advice here is understand that when certain situations from the past come back, okay? And this is how I'm looking at it, right? The Six of Cups here represents your outcome, okay? And what this is telling me is that I want you to sort of understand that whatever transpires this month, okay? Whether this is based on your career, whether this is based on your goals, your visions, whatever it is, I sort of feel, Gemini, that there's going to be a sudden change, right? Maybe this is a change in your beliefs. Maybe this is a change in what you thought you actually wanted. Whatever change occurs, I want you to really focus on it through the eyes of love, okay? Because I feel like something is going to transpire that is going to trigger you from something in your past. And it's going to put you in this state where you're going to fall into this disappointment right here with this Five of Swords. You're going to be disappointed. You're going to feel like, why am I repeating this all over again? And I want to point out that it's because you're needing to really see things through a much wider lens. And you're needing to sort of reevaluate the commitment that you have with yourself and with your vision, right? Because sometimes we say we want something, and then when things start to show up, we sort of get a little sidetracked and we sort of take a step back because we're like, that's not really what I wanted. I wanted something completely different, right? And it's okay to want something different in the midst of your creation, right? And so I feel that what this is ultimately saying here is that you have the power to change and create anything that you want based off of your skills, your talents, your thoughts, your emotions, how you feel about it, how optimistic you can be, and how much of a perspective you can look at it from a very positive point of view here. The Six of Cups is really about that inner child, okay? And I want to point out, I feel that, you're probably going to experience something where your inner child, maybe there's some inner child wounding healing that needs to transpire here, Gemini, that you really need to sort of, come to terms with. You need to harmonize. You need to balance it out. And I just want you to, understand that you're at the star. The star is very representative of this path that we take towards our healing, right? We have to heal the old wounds that have sort of left us, hopeless, right? And when we get to the point of the star in the major arcana, it's about us really being aware that, we can be hopeful and we can achieve the things that we want because we have faith in ourselves. We believe in ourselves. We're confident in ourselves. We're confident that we can do the things that are required of us. So let's go ahead and draw an additional card here, Gemini, to see what additional information Spirit has for you. I used this deck last month and I absolutely loved it. We started out with it. This is from the Sacred Creators deck Oracle. So let's go ahead and see what additional information and insight Spirit has for you, Gemini, this month. What additional information do you have for Gemini this month, Spirit? Feeling this one. I love this. Okay, we're going to read from the book today. You got In Flow with Money. Okay, this is interesting. I find this very interesting. I'm going to really enjoy to see what the book has to say about this because you actually did not get any pentacles that really references your resources or money in that perspective, other than the Magician, and you got it in what you're accomplishing. So maybe what this is saying is that, in order for you to be successful in what you're wanting to achieve here, Gemini, if some of you are really wanting like a new career, or you're wanting a promotion, or you're wanting to start a business, I really feel this is really wanting you to evaluate your belief structure around money. Okay, so let's look at what number 43, In Flow with Money, says. All right. In Flow with Money. Many talented, hardworking dream chasers are postponed from reaching their dreams because of the money stories they tell themselves. Your subconscious beliefs around prosperity and what it means to find success will hinder or help your ability to rake in material abundance. Are you aligned with the sacred flow of money? Can good people be rich? Do you give and receive money easily? Do you believe that money is the root of your problem or a symptom of it? Step into this flow by actively seeking positive feelings around wealth, remembering that your money mindset is, deep breath, very often a reflection of your own self-worth. Align your beliefs around how your energy should be bountifully compensated, and your bank account will in turn align with this model of reality. If that feels uncomfortable, it's time to dig into why, sweet creator, and to engage in some energetically rich abundance thinking so that you can get yourself into the flow of prosperity. This will bolster a sustainable environment for your creations and allow you to work and thrive as the best version of you. Money is not the root of your problem. It never is. How does this statement make you feel? If you could rewrite your money story, what would it be? Gemini, this is an absolutely beautiful message, and I think that even if you are not struggling with your money story, this still resonates with anything else because it all boils down to our belief and our sense of self-worth. So Gemini, this is your message. I thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you next time with a new message. Namaste, guys.